This time, instead of the walk, the video is going to be from my contemplative balcony. As you can see, it's very pleasant, very beautiful, and we have the wind moving the wind chimes. So today the topic's going to be, as I've talked before, about the three ingredients of navigating adversity. You have patience, courage, and faith, and outcome, an auspicious outcome. And in the power walks, I've talked about the courage. As you may remember, the foundation for courage is value, self-valuation. If you don't value yourself, you don't risk anything. So today I'm going to be talking about the foundation of patience. So as you're navigating adversity, you have to have either patience, courage, or faith. And you find out which one you need based on what's going on. If you're rushing, then you need patience. If you're afraid, you need patience. And if you've given up hope, you need faith. But each of them has a foundation, a terrain. And the terrain for the one that I'm going to be talking today about is the terrain for patience. And this is how it grows. When you're doing something, when you're dealing with an illness, you're dealing with any kind of adversity, you ask yourself which one of the three you need. And if you decide that the one you need is patience, you will know that the terrain incompatible with patience is the urgent present, what I call the urgent present. And to create the terrain for patience, you do what Don Quixote said to Sancho Panza in the Man of La Mancha. When he was helping him put on his armor, he would say to Sancho, "Dress me slowly, I'm in a hurry." So that is a mantra that you use when you're impatient about the progress of what you're doing, whether it's any kind of challenge or an objective that you have. So immediately you stop and you realize that you are in the urgent present, which is totally incompatible with patience. And then you go into dress me slowly, I'm in a hurry. And then you think about times that you were patient and it paid off to be patient. When you delayed things and it paid off. You got a bad email and instead of answering right away, you read it and responded later in a more cogent, more compassionate way. And you felt good about having that patience, about the delay of things. And then you embody it when you remember what it was that you did, that patience paid off for you. So the first thing to create the terrain of patience is to get out of the terrain that is incompatible with patience, which is the urgent present. Find out how much are you in the urgent present and under what conditions. The urgent present, what happens is you're putting too much time into too little space. In the sense that what you're doing is you're assuming that you have enough time and you don't. So what you're doing is you're compressing the time into space. You're trying to do things in very little time, and then you go into the urgent present, which causes all kinds of problems. It can cause hypertension, or it can make the possibility of the expression of hypertension to be facilitated. It also keeps you on alarm, and it doesn't allow you to really enjoy the present moment. What's going on? You eat fast, you always think that you don't have enough time. You're compressing time. And centenarians, people that I've studied who are over 100 years old and are very healthy, feel like they have all the time in the world. And I'll talk about that on another of my walks or the contemplative balcony here. But this time, the idea is to create the terrain for patience when you're in adversity. And some people will say, well, I just don't have time for that. Well, you don't have time for that because you don't make it a priority to be in the present rather than in the urgent present. So practice that. When you're in adversity, ask yourself if you're rushing it, and if you are, then patience will be the ingredient that you need to work on, and the terrain to work on it would be dress me slowly, I'm in a hurry. Practice it and you'll see that you'll always have all the time in the world. It's just that you're setting it up in the urgent present. Enjoy, and very soon I'll come up with something else.